Andre, we are truck strong.
Yes, heck yeah.
This is the best fleet of trucks that we have ever owned. And in this video, Andre, we're going to tell you everything that we love and hate about our, well, small, medium, large, and
Extra large.
let's call it triple XL truck by taking him into your pit.
Andre's pit, so we can actually talk about all these trucks, the GMC Canyon, the Ford F-150, the heavy-duty Chevy, and the military truck, and also talk about why we think this is the best fleet, right?
Yeah, so let's not leave them waiting. Let's jump in the trucks and let's go to the pit.
Are we gonna do it in the order of size?
I say we do it smallest to biggest.
All right, let's
All
do
right.
it smallest.
All right, you drive and let's go drive down the hill and let's go do this, my man.
So this is a 2025 GMC Canyon AT4X, all stock, right? Actually, all these trucks are all stock.
Well, the military truck has kind of been
Well,
done up a little bit, but yeah, they're all stock. We just bought this year. We actually traded in the Ranger Raptor on this.
yes,
And look, the Ranger Raptor has 2 more cylinders,
yes.
so it's got more horsepower. Ours was tuned. But I have to admit that I'm a sucker for color, so I like this one better.
Well, you know what I'm a sucker for?
What's that?
Red seat belts. That's the most important. No, it's not the most important part, but it's fun, right? This truck is fun.
So I've got the Monroney right here.
Yes.
We paid a sticker for this, so we paid $57,565, which is a lot for a mid-size truck. I love the Desert Sun color. This has a 2.7 liter Turbo Max with the 8-speed transmission. How much horsepower, my man?
We got 310 horsepower, 430 pound-feet of torque. So even though the engine is small,
Yeah.
the torque is not small.
So let me immediately tell you, like, the
Whoa.
top. What? Oh, look at those wild turkeys.
Dude.
Cole. Look at that.
I'm sorry. We've been overrun by turkeys.
We are. We've been overrun by wild turkeys. If it was just a little closer to Thanksgiving, and if I had my gun,
We could have scored something.
we could have scored some wild turkey for Thanksgiving. Look at them go.
Oh
this-
no,
oh,
he's
the-
separated.
Oh, the two got
Oh
separated.
no! I didn't mean that.
We don't want to separate you guys.
Actually-
Oh, there they go. Turn around. Go.
Go.
No. Apparently, turkeys aren't the smartest of birds, Andre. I've
Well-
heard that they have some.
You know, when it rains, sometimes they drown by looking up.
This is what people say. This might be a wise tale, but by looking at them and seeing what they're doing, they're not. Just go.
No, wait.
They'll figure
we
it out.
are conscientious of
figured it
the
out.
environment.
They figured it out. Look,
You know what? They run like dinosaurs.
they do run like dinosaurs. All right,
Wow.
let me give you the top 5 things I like about this truck. Okay.
Yes.
With the most important one first, not in TFL order. I love the fact that it's got the little auto switch right there.
Yeah, so we got all-wheel drive, which actually we're using right now.
Yep.
We got 4 high, 4 low, and of course 2-wheel drive as well.
And the Ranger Raptor had that as well.
Yes.
But some of the other trucks that we have don't have that feature.
know.
And here in Colorado, when you get snow and then it starts to melt and you only have 2 high and 4 high, they start to crab. The truck starts to crab and it's very uncomfortable and it's just always a pain because you're always switching from 2 to 4 to 2 to 4. And this way you just put it in auto and everything's done.
Exactly. And just makes your life easier. I mean, it makes the truck a little bit more expensive.
Yes.
But I think it's a feature, especially for the snow belt states, you know, the northern states. It's a very nice feature.
Now the other thing I like is that we've got not 1 but 2 lockers. So
Oh my gosh.
we have a front and a rear locker, so this truck is about as off-road capable as possible. I think you could make it a little better by putting it on 35s because it's on 33s, but for the most part, the size is right. The tires feel like they're the right size for the size of truck that this is, and it is very off-road capable.
Yeah, and of course there is also AT4X AV edition. You know, that's even on 35s, like you said, but that's even more expensive. That's about $69,000 to $70,000 for the GMC Canyon.
Number 3, Andre.
Yes.
Real buttons. Look at that.
Lots of them.
Lots of buttons, HVAC buttons. You've got knobs for volume, for temperature. You've got this real shifter, the way that God intended, where you put it in
Instead
gear,
of buttons or knobs.
or rotors, or or spinning a chicken over your head and pretending
Yeah.
you want to go into drive. I love that aspect as well. I also love number 4, just the design of the interior. This is a very stylish truck, Andre.
Yeah, a lot of people poo-poo the white
Yes,
here,
because
but
they're gonna get
actually
dirty.
it works. And after a few months, well, there's a little bit. Is that coffee?
Somebody spilled something.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it's tea because you drink tea.
It could be tea. Yes, it could be.
But it's actually lasting pretty good.
yeah.
It's not too bad.
And then the final thing I like, and this is a me thing, but I like the touch points on this truck. So I like the fact that the touch points are all soft. I like this big gnarly steering wheel. This is a little hard, but for the most part, everything you touch, everything you look at feels like it's high quality, feels like it's expensive, and it should be for $57,000.
Yeah, and the steering wheel feels nice.
Yeah.
Leather wrapped. It's really. So I just put it in neutral.
Yep.
I just put it into 4 low.
Yep.
I'm not using lockers yet, but we might need them.
Okay.
Right. And this is Andre's pit. We've been using this area for several years now, testing vehicles.
So where do you want to go? What obstacle do you want to try? What do you want to try?
Well, so I kind of like lava lane because it's kind of articulation.
Yeah, that's kind of boring. Do the rocks.
Rocks,
And then let's
and
do
then trenches.
Let's do rocks and trenches.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Cole. You want to head outside and shoot us? We can't get too far away because we'll lose the signal. So we won't get too far away from you, Cole. We'll stay kind of close. All right. All right. Let's go. Let's go see how this does off road. And then on the way back, I tell you the 5 things I don't like about it, because there are things that I don't like.
I know. I think I know one of them.
Okay.
I think we agree.
All right.
We agree on a lot of this.
We agree on a lot of this. Yeah.
Yeah, because this is a truck that's just the right size, right?
It is. It's not too big, not too small.
It's the Goldilocks.
of trucks.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly right.
I have an issue with one part of this truck. It's the suspension, this DSSV, spool valve shocks. It's a little bit on the taut side.
That's what's going to be my thing. The ride's a little bit stiff.
Yeah.
A little bit stiffer than I would like, at least. All right, so we're not locking anything up. We're just
Not
kind of
yet.
going up the hill.
I'm gonna go this way.
Okay.
But the turning radius is also not terribly great.
No, we're about to run over our videographer.
This
Cole.
is kind of a battleship, I would say. A small battleship, but
Uh-oh. There we go. It figured it out.
no, these tires are amazing too.
They are
these
good.
Goodyears?
They're really good, yes.
Dude,
Dude.
without locking up, I mean, this was great.
Look, yeah, I mean, plenty of ground clearance, good approach, good departure. You've got plenty of armor on the bottom.
Yeah.
But
But it's aluminum armor.
it is aluminum.
A
We
lot
should
of
show
it-
that. When we get to the top, let's show it, because we've kind of done some damage to it already.
Well, the boys, Case and Tommy, took it to Moab.
Yeah, they had a video. If you guys want to see that, head to All TFL, where Ryan from Driving Sports brought his new taco, and they went up to the top of the world, and it did a little bit. It left some scuffs.
Yeah. Well,
Lots
that's
of
what
scuffs.
Moab does once in a while.
Yeah, that's what Moab does. Exactly right.
Okay, let me turn around.
And look, we're 2 big guys,
Yeah.
and we've got plenty of room in this truck.
Yeah.
Not huge amounts of room, but
I don't feel like I'm sitting on top of you.
no, I've got my
So-
seat back so that Cole can get in the back. I mean, the back is not huge, of course, but
Yeah,
it's
the back seat is an issue.
But it's better than a Tacoma with those isodynamic seats.
yeah, for
I'll
sure.
tell you that. All right, let's see if we can make it through here without actually locking anything up. So these are trenches. This tests articulation and, of course, traction.
Yeah, and if you lift a tire, you could get into trouble. And a lot of crossovers really struggle here.
We just lifted a tire, but it keeps going.
But a traction control system in this truck is actually pretty good.
yeah, it's kicking right in. It's not waiting.
I
for
could
too
hear
long.
it.
Yeah, you could hear it kind of working. Uh-oh.
There it goes.
There it goes. It figured it out.
Took a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Should we do this using lockers, my friend?
No, I think it was child's play not using lockers. If you want to go, let's do one more. If you want to go do lava lane and show approach and departure, let's go do that, because that's where we did some damage. Hey Cole, we're gonna go do lava lane. We're gonna do one more.
Yeah, come with us.
Yeah.
I might run into this fence.
All right. So I promised to give you the top 5 things I don't like about it, and I'm
Yes.
not gonna make you wait. The number 1 thing I don't like about it is fuel economy.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you would expect a smaller truck to be really amazing at fuel economy, right?
It's not. I'm not gonna tell you what happened. You guys are gonna have to go to All TFL. We just did a video
Yes.
where we basically compared this on the Denver 100 to the Tremor F-150, and let's
Yes.
just say the results were shocking. Shocking, Andre.
Yes. So
Unbelievably shocking.
So if you're buying a small mid-sized truck, small, I'm using air quotes, don't expect it to be the hybrid, because it's not a hybrid.
Hey, let's get out. Let's show the approach.
Do you wanna kind of commentate?
Yeah, and I'll show them what we did on it already.
Okay.
So don't run me over, okay?
I won't.
All right, Cole, come over here with me, would you? So check this out, guys. So this was, don't run us over. This was Tommy's doing. If you look under there, you can already see that it's gotten pretty scratched up and banged up. And that's because this is aluminum. Well, this is plastic, but that's aluminum. And as you can tell, it's took a little bit of a beating, and that's because the approach angle isn't grand. The other thing that happened is departure. Let's come over here. Now I do love these side steps, really rock rails. They do protect the vehicle, but back here, as you can, hold up, Andre, hold up.
I'm lifting my rear end.
As you can see right there, it's not quite taut compared to over here, where it's nice and tight. Apparently they hit this and kind of mangled it just a little bit. So there you have it. All right, you want to go up the hill?
Yeah.
Hold on, let's wait. Let's get a shot of the approach, see how it does.
I'm gonna go super slowly, okay?
Yeah. Let me move some of these rocks.
No, leave them. Why are you removing rocks? I have skid plates.
Well, you have a piece of plastic in the front. Yeah, you're doing okay.
Yeah, so this wheelbase is about 131 inches, which is pretty nice and smaller than every other truck we have. How's my rear end?
I don't know. Cole, how's the rear end?
Barely? Okay.
You gonna hit? I don't think he's gonna hit. I have faith in this truck.
So I'm making it as difficult as possible.
Yeah, so in Andre's pit, I did okay. Come on, Cole, hop in with us. We'll head on back up. Cole's gonna hop in again, if you let us in. All right, so number one, what I don't like is fuel economy. What's your number two?
This.
Oh yeah, that's
So the light switches. So I've owned a Chevy Colorado of the same generation. And in order to turn on the headlamps, it's a digital. There's a shortcut for it, yes, we know. But it's still nonetheless a digital experience. And I just wish there was another knob for my headlamps, like there used to be.
something physical, yeah.
Something physical.
All right, number three, Andre, are the seats. I mean, look how hard this headrest is compared to the Tremor
Yes.
F-150. That thing is like a limousine. This thing is a little on the rough side.
Yes, but that military truck has no headrests.
Right, and the other part, well, that's a whole different world.
Yes.
The other part is not just the headrest, but the seats. I think the thigh support is non-existent. The seats are a little too short.
Yeah.
They're just not very comfortable. They're not uncomfortable, but I think if I spent the whole day in this, I would get tired of them.
Let me go into 4 high because
Okay.
we're still in low. But I would wager, and let me see if you agree with this. I would say if we're doing like a mountain, you just went to Kingston Peak.
Yes.
If we're doing any mountain trail, I would pick this
I would too. It's a
because
mountain
it's
road.
small size, dual lockers. I mean, you could just do a lot with it.
Now I think here's something important before I get to number 4 and 5. Keep in mind that we've owned the Ranger Raptor and we've owned the Tacoma TRD Off-Road.
Yes.
And yet this is the one that we have right now.
Yes.
I think that kind of speaks some volume as to which one we like. Now this is of course coming from a off-roading point of view, because as you'll note, all the vehicles that we have today, they're all off-roaders. And so here in Colorado, we prioritize being able to go off-road. And for me, this is by far the most capable off-road, even though the Ranger Raptor was very capable as well. We won't dissect what happened with the Tacoma. That's water under the bridge.
Yeah.
But this is a very well sorted off-roader, especially with the DSSV shocks. I like them.
But it's not all about off-roading, right? This AT4X is rated to tow 6,000 pounds.
Yes.
We have towed with this. It's okay. Once again, the suspension is a little bit firm, for ultimate comfort on a long trip with a trailer. But nonetheless, it will still pull 6,000 pounds without a lot of problems.
All right, number 4, the thing that I don't like, exhaust note. It just sounds like a
it has not.
blender.
It has,
There's no exhaust note. It's just.
yeah.
I mean,
It's not very pleasing. It's not pleasing.
No, it's not. It's not
No.
very pleasing. It's just a little Turbo 4, and most Turbo 4s don't sound great. And this certainly, you can hear it now. It's just,
Yeah, there's not much sound.
I mean, compared to that Viper straight ahead of us, this is.
You know what they should do? They should put that engine in here.
Yes. That's the 10
Now we're talking.
Now that would be a little bit more expensive. And number 5,
Yes.
the last thing that I don't like is that we're going to have to sell it. 'Cause
geez.
I know that sounds awful, but I really like this truck. I'm going to be really sad to see it go. And I got to say, Andre, I wasn't all that sad to see the Ranger Raptor go.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't. I know that's just me
No.
personally.
Yeah, I disagree.
Okay.
I shed a tear. We were doing a wrap-up video here at the ranch. I really missed how fun the Ranger Raptor was. It had more power. It was lively. Yeah, you know what? For 57 grand,
Back it up there. Put it back.
you want me to put it
Yeah,
back?
put it back. Yeah, put it back. We got some
Why?
time.
No, we're done with this.
Put it back. Put it back with the rest of them.
I disagree with you. The Ranger Raptor,
You like that better?
yeah,
Really?
yes.
Maybe I'm a sucker for orange, or pumpkin in this case. Why did you like the Ranger Raptor better? Because it had
It's
more
just
power?
fun. It tows a little bit less than this, which I didn't love,
Yeah.
but everything else was really great. I love the seats better in the Ranger Raptor. It had a physical switch.
I hated the seats. You know why I hated the
Really?
seats? Because the seats had this thing where they poked me right in back here. Because the seats kind of went up like
They
this.
hug you.
And they poked me right where
Well,
like my
Matt,
my neck kind of comes into my
But
spinal
Roman,
cord.
when you drive, you need to lean back.
Oh yeah, you drive
need-
like a gangster,
You
Andre.
need to chill.
Yeah.
Okay?
Look, nothing wrong with the Ranger Raptor.
Chill.
I just think this has a little bit more personality, and it could be the orange. So take it with a grain of salt. All right, next truck.
Let's F-150.
Cool. Over here. We're doing the Tremor now. So Andre,
Yes.
I'm going to sound like a broken record. I love this color. This is such a cool color.
But it's not orange.
No, but it's not white either.
Oh, I know. This is orange. This is orange. This is gold. Is this why you like it?
I love this color. I think it's called space white,
Yeah.
and it's kind of a blue.
It's not quite white.
Yeah, and it's one of those
No.
shape-shifting colors where if you just walk by it, you might think it's white, but then if the sun is out or if the sun is behind a cloud, it just comes across as very unique and very different. And with the orange and with the gold, I think it works really well. So shall we go take it down the pit and talk about what we love and hate about the F-150 Tremor?
Let's do it.
All right, let's
it
do
also has a V8.
It does have a V8.
Yes.
That's my number one thing I love about it, Andre. You just went to number one.
Sorry, I preempted you.
Yeah. All right. Let's start with, as always, with the Monroney. So
Okay.
here's the Monroney.
Hold on. Let me start the engine.
Okay.
Oh.
So we paid actually Ford employee pricing for this. So even though
So we did not pay 68.
even though it says 68,535, we actually paid 63,000 for it, which was wonderful. So we did take advantage of a discount that Ford, offered to everybody. And I also like it says black sports cloth seats. I love the interior in here where you've got kind of this dual leather /
So
cloth.
it's not boring.
It's not boring.
No.
And you want to tell them which Tremor this is, because there are two Tremors which I was not aware of until we bought this.
Yeah, so this is kind of a base Tremor.
Yes.
Unfortunately, if you wanted to get the fully optioned, really, really luxurious truck with a lot of interesting options, that's another $10,000, which we didn't want to pay, and actually, we didn't actually see it on the lot, right? I mean, when we were shopping.
So
One thing we're missing is all-wheel drive.
Exactly.
Yes, so we're missing all-wheel drive. Also, the premium Tremor, I'm going to call it premium,
Yep.
also has a Torsen front differential,
Which is a big deal.
which is,
because this is really an open front diff.
this is kind of an open front.
So, just so people understand, the lineup of Ford off-roaders would be F-150 off-roaders would be F-150 FX4.
Yes.
Then you would go up from there to what?
So basically this.
To the Tremor, this
Yes,
Tremor, the base
yes.
Tremor, then the premium Tremor,
Yes.
then the Raptor,
Raptor R.
and then the
beyond
Raptor
it.
R.
Yes.
So
There's actually quite a few
yeah,
steps.
there's three above us actually,
Yeah.
but I kind of feel like this is the Goldilocks because it does it all very well. Of course, you don't have like wide body of the Raptor, but number one, like I said, it's got the V8, so it's got the Coyote, which in a day of turbos is refreshing.
It is refreshing. It still made it to a 10-speed automatic, and actually all new Fords kind of come with this interior as far as the screens are concerned. But in order to get another V8 and an F-150 off-road truck, you would have to get the Raptor R, which is like $50,000 more.
They're like 120, right?
Yeah, so it's doubling the price of this truck basically.
And Ford does this thing where you could buy a supercharger for it.
Yeah, you can.
that
Ford
they-
Performance.
that they install at the dealer for $11,000, and you get basically Raptor R numbers with it. You get over 700 horsepower.
I think 11,000 is like the billboard price. I
Yeah.
think there's like installation costs. I think
thought it
there
was
may
11. You think it's more than 11?
it could be a little bit more than 11.
All right, so that's number one, V8. Number two, same thing as the GMC. I love the real controls, real knobs, real buttons, real shifter, right? Everything is real as opposed to virtual. There is a lot of virtual stuff in the screen, but for my point of view, I like the fact that I can turn a volume knob, I can, turn a knob, adjust the temperature controls, dual temperature control. It's all really great. Number 3, interior design. Like I was talking about, these little gold accents over here, the gold stitching on the steering wheel. Once again, big, hefty.
It's right here.
Steering wheel, love that.
Dual boxes.
Dual glove boxes, which is nice.
It's nice.
Yeah, it kind of has everything I want. Number 4, Andre, has got to be the seat comfort. These are so comfortable. The headrests are cushy. It's got plenty of side bolster, but not too much for my fat American ass, but enough to make me feel like I could take this thing across country all day long.
I agree. So you like these seats better than the Ranger Raptor?
Yes, much better.
Okay.
Oh, and then number 5, this is probably one of my favorite things, and we're about to use it. It is that dial right there. You want to demonstrate?
Oh, you mean all the different modes?
And then what it does when you put it in all the different modes.
So they started doing in the Raptor trucks, but it kind of trickled down to some of these trucks. So I don't have to actually push 4 high or 4 low. I can actually only use the drive mode. Thank you, and it'll also show you to you.
You gotta put it in,
Well, Cole unbuckled, and now the software went haywire. I mean, this is kind of, when you have a complicated new truck, sometimes things happen. But please don't touch my steering wheel.
Sorry, Andre.
So
slippery
off-road mode and then rock crawl mode.
And the cool thing about that is it not only changes like the throttle mapping, but it also puts the truck in 4 low automatically, turns off all of the stability control, basically locks your rear diff, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
We just did that.
And it does everything for you.
So it tries to think for you.
Which is nice.
Which could be good and bad, right? For example, right now, I didn't want my rear locker, but it already did it for me, right?
Because you're going to have a hard time making that turn.
Exactly. So the computer is trying to think for me, but I can, of course, override it. I could push the locker button, and it will disappear. So I can configure it the way I want
I'm going to touch the wheel again because I want to show that.
Off-road status.
So when you lock it, right, it'll actually lock it. It'll show you in the rear diff. You see it?
Yeah.
So you can
it's very clear.
You can unlock it again.
And I think Ford is maybe the best in the business as far as reconfiguring itself.
I completely agree. If this was a Jeep, you'd be pulling on levers and
also waiting.
And waiting, and then pulling on more levers, and then
like
pushing buttons. Yeah,
like a Tundra.
Like a Tundra where you got to drive it. Oh, this is just, it's off, it's on, it's off, it's on. That's the way it should be, like a light switch. Exactly right.
And look, my fuel range went from a mileage to percentage. It says 49%.
Yeah, and you also get the off-road gauges, which is nice. So now you can see what gear you're in. You can see which way you're facing.
Elevation.
Elevation, pitch, and roll. It's all there. The screen turns into this big forward screen
with my tire tracks
showing which way you're about to go. I was using this a lot yesterday going up Kingston because I didn't air down, so I was a little worried about the tires. So there were a lot of pointy rocks, and I could use this to avoid them.
Great. Let's do the pit.
Let's do the pit. Same thing?
Yes.
Let's do the same thing.
Same route.
Same route. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna open my glass just in case.
All right, let's go do this.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna try to turn around and line up for the. It's gonna be more challenging because this is a longer truck.
It's wider, longer, bigger.
Wider, longer, but it's not heavy duty, which we'll do next.
But it also tows more. So this one
tows about 10,000.
Yeah.
9,900 pounds.
I do have to say, before we get to our list of things I don't like, one of them is the fact that compared to the EcoBoost engines, the VA does struggle towing heavy a little bit.
Especially at high elevations.
Yeah, it's really working hard. I mean, the EcoBoost, even the 2.7, the smaller of the two, right? There's a 2.7 and a 3.5.
Yeah.
Even the 2.7 does seem to have a much easier time towing heavy than this does.
All right, so I'm using all of my ground.
Here's what I figured out.
What?
Let me show you. You hear that beeping?
Yes.
You can just turn it off right there.
Oh, on the screen.
On the screen,
on the center screen.
It took me a while to figure that out. Now, that's the proximity sensors being turned off.
But you know what? I was just in an Infiniti, and it had the parking sensors, the same thing.
Yeah.
For this life of me, I could.
You'll be okay. Just go over it. It's fine.
There's no metal here, right?
There's no metal here.
Just grass?
Just grass, yeah.
All right, so I kind of ran over a couple of grass items here.
Now this does have a little better suspension than a FX4, but it's Bilstein, right? This has Bilstein shocks?
No, this is labeled Tremor.
Oh.
So these shocks are actually labeled Tremor, so we don't know where they came from.
You know, I thought they were, somehow I was under the impression that they were Bilsteins that eventually were.
I think you're thinking about Warlock.
Yeah, Warlock.
Maybe you're thinking about Warlock.
You're right. So these are just like the Ranchos on the Silverado, where you don't know what they are. They just look better. They may not actually work better.
Okay, so that was okay. I mean, I think similar performance.
Yeah.
But this truck, I could feel it's heavier. You know, it's got a little bit more heft to it.
Yeah, I mean, we have already scratched up the mirrors. I can show you guys that when we stop.
Yes.
And we've done a little bit of pinstriping because we've taken it off-road a lot. And that's the downside, obviously, to full-size trucks, Andre. They get big. These are big boys.
Yeah, but the upside, dude, is that the back seat, you could cross your legs back there. I mean, it's amazing.
And the other upside is the ride is super comfy because you got a long wheelbase and you got, just a lot of articulation.
And I think both of these trucks, the GMC and this, they kind of come to life when you go fast. When you it's not a Raptor quality, but they still they can go faster over off-road terrain.
I have never tried it, but I'm taking your word for it.
I'll show you.
Okay. You're gonna go fast when you go back?
Yeah, I'm gonna haul butt.
I can't wait to see that. All right, well, now we're gonna go into the trenches.
Okay.
And let's see if this thing can figure out where to send power. Now
without using a locker.
You did unlock it, so we're not locked up.
Yes.
Now,
and these tires are different, not the same tire.
No, these are not the same tire. I think all three of these have different tires, actually.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, especially Gigi. But it seems to be doing really well. This is a test of
Did I touch something?
Articulation. You may have touched something. We don't have rock rails. We have side steps here. This is where the other one got hung up.
It keeps touching something.
I think that, you know what that is? We put those fender
liners?
Yeah, and I think those are hitting the suspension, because we put the fender liners in.
But did you notice? I'd never spun a tire.
Yeah, you're also longer wheelbase.
Yeah, so the wheels are touching in a different place, right?
Yeah, so this is designed for small crossovers, so I don't think this thing is actually hitting the elephant steps in the
right sequence, right?
Yeah. So I think that's why I just had no issues. I wouldn't.
Can I make this turn?
You can make.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah. Nice.
Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, so Lava Lane Volcano is next. And let's do the same thing. Let's show kind of underneath, maybe.
Yeah, I'll show them the front. Yeah, and then you can kind of go in there.
And some of the scratches we've done.
This has a much better front bash plate, and I'll show those guys in a second when we get up here.
I'm going
to don't go down because it's hard to see underneath it. So just stay at the top.
I want to be at the ledge.
Yes, exactly right. And you can see where the ledge is with the camera. Whoop! All right, let's show them the bash plate. So this has a more beefy bash plate. Let's show them, Cole. So, of course, recovery hooks, but look at that. That just feels like thicker steel, maybe aluminum, just much more robust than in the Canyon. All right, let's see if he manages to hit. Getting close, but you're going to be fine, Andre. Yep, you got her.
Hey, Roman, I'm afraid.
Almost.
Yeah?
If I hadn't moved that rock, you'd be about hitting it right now.
Interesting. Roman, I might pancake my exhaust pipe.
You won't pancake the exhaust. Let's look. All right, keep going. Keep going. Oh, you are. You're hitting the exhaust pipe.
No.
Look at that. And the recovery hook from our friends at WaySafe.
Wow.
Look at that. You did. You hit the exhaust. So the departure's not as good. All right, let's hop in and let's take it back.
Look at the space I was talking about. This is incredible here in the back.
Yeah, but any full-size truck would have that.
I know, but that's what makes this different from that Canyon.
All right, so number one was the towing. Don't love it. Number two, there's a lot of plastics in here, Andre. Like there's a lot of kind of,
Especially if you look below this line.
Yeah.
Stuff becomes plasticky.
Yeah, it's a little.
I mean, it's not a huge
this
problem.
Where you put your arms, it's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a little bit of. I mean, look, this knob, that knob.
Yes.
That looks like the top of my Arizona or Lipton iced tea. You know?
There you go.
I mean, these are pretty plasticky.
I like this though. There's a 20 amp outlet. This is really handy.
But
Very nice.
for a $68,000 truck, number 3 on my list, there are things you don't get. Like you don't get a wireless charger for your phone, which would be a nice thing to have.
Nope.
Of course, no sunroof.
You do have these switches though.
Yeah, those are
auxiliaries.
nice. But you know, how much are those? 20 cents a pop, you know? I mean, they're not exactly.
Yeah, but it helps you with wiring your accessories.
Yeah, so that's true. I think it is pre-wired for accessories. So these aren't just switches; they also have wires associated with it. Are you switching?
Yes, I'm gonna go to 4 high.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about number 4.
Yes.
The thing that I don't like about it. This truck has Ford's Blue Cruise. You can see the little eye thing over there.
Yeah, so on this A-pillar,
Yeah.
and I think there's another sensor in this piano black area.
Make sure you're paying attention when you're driving.
Yes.
But the problem is it expired pretty quickly, and now Ford wants a good amount of money, and I don't know how much it is, but I can look it up on the app. I guess
It's kind of like a subscription.
Yeah,
basically.
I hate subscriptions.
Yes.
So I kind of feel like I get it. It's Blue Cruise and it's self-driving, but at least on the highway. But I've already paid for the truck. Don't make me pay for another subscription thing. So that kind of gets me the wrong way. Just on principle, I don't like it.
Close the windows.
All right, we're gonna get dirt here. Oh, you're right. It is pretty good going quickly.
So yeah, I mean, it's not a Raptor,
No.
but it can actually negotiate some fairly tough terrain without completely, ruining our day.
All right, and number 5.
Yes.
It's what you see ahead of you. I hate those fake hood scoops on the front of the truck. Every time I see them, I'm like,
yeah, exactly. Why put them? Why put them there?
They're just like pieces of plastic that take away from kind of the expense of the truck. So don't love that. And then we finish up by talking about competition. Of course, this is the most competitive segment, the full-size truck or half-ton.
Yeah.
So we had a Silverado Trail Boss, which would have kind of been the direct competitor to this. I also love that truck with the 5.3. I thought it was really good.
Yes.
But once again, the seat comfort would get me to pick this.
I would agree.
And now we just compared it in some of our videos to the the new Ram Warlock.
Yeah.
1500. Which one?
I like the value the Warlock brought.
Yes.
But this, there was about $7,000 between them, if you're looking at only sticker prices, and that was a hard choice. I kind of like the Warlock.
You like the Warlock?
We
7,000 is a lot of money, dude.
Yeah, I mean for $7,000, we also owned the Tundra TRD off-road.
Yes.
This was 3 years ago.
Yes.
But I kind of still like this better. A little bit more clearance, just better features in my opinion.
Yeah, the Tundra is missing some pretty important off-roady stuff, and I'm gonna Tim is beating this drum to death, but like, come on. If you want to make an off-roader, give it recovery points. It just seems like
everywhere. In the back, in the front.
Yeah, and then when we had it, I backed up over a root, and there was plastic, kind of like in the GMC, and I tore off this little plastic thing. And I don't like plastic on the bottom of trucks. It's just going to get damaged.
This is kind of an American thing, but a truck needs to have a steel bumper.
I agree.
Or a metal bumper.
Bumper, yeah.
Not a plastic cover over a bumper, but a steel bumper.
Yep. All right. Off to the HD Silverado Z71 Trail Boss.
That's going to be interesting.
It's going to be very interesting. It's a big boy. All right, Hunter, here's the number one thing I like about the HD Silverado.
This?
Yeah, fake.
Yeah.
Real.
Real.
Yeah, it's got a real front hood scoop, which is nice.
Air comes in here, and it actually goes into the engine.
Yes.
Which is nice.
And number 2 is what powers it. You want to tell them what powers it?
Diesel.
Yeah,
Duramax.
It's a Duramax. Yeah.
So this combines kind of the utility of a heavy-duty truck with the performance of a diesel and also some off-roading.
Yeah, now there have been issues with the transmissions in these trucks. It is fair to say people have been left stranded.
The 10 speeds.
Yes.
The 10 speeds in these trucks.
And these are problematic.
Oh, but by the way, before we get in, so the GMC Canyon we've had for about 4,000 miles plus. This is about 7,000 miles. This is what, 15,000?
It's almost 15, yeah.
So we haven't seen, we're transparent. If we do have problems, if we do have leaks, like we talked about the coolant leak on this truck, we always talk about our problems. We haven't had any problem with the Canyon, nothing with the Ford, right?
Yep.
And maybe one coolant leak we had in here.
Now this has my favorite tires. So these are general grabbers, but this has the BFG KO 3s.
Yes.
Which I kind of love as a tire. We've been using them for a long time. just do really well both on-road and off-road. They seem to last a long
Yes.
time. It's just a very good tire.
Okay, let's jump in.
Let's jump in, yeah. Right, so number one, like I said, real vents. Number two is the Duramax. Number three is the same thing as the others. I love the interior in here. It's, once again, real buttons.
Real buttons, tastefully done screens. It's not overdone.
And to be fair, we had an initial problem with our transmission when we bought the truck, but since then, how many miles we got on now?
What problem?
Didn't we have like
we
a
never
little,
had a problem
I
with
thought
the
we had, no, we never had. What didn't we have a leak when we first bought it?
So I was just talking about it. We had a coolant leak
that's
that
right.
Case found.
Yep.
But in order to fix it, it was on the back of the engine, under warranty, of course. They had to actually remove our transmission to fix the leak.
This has one of the things that I also hate. That's number one, and that is you got powered seats and I have manual seats.
Well, because I'm the king.
No, because they're just cheaped out on the passenger side. So
But how much is this?
let's look at this. So this one was a total of $78,569.
Ooh,
But I
doggy.
think we got a discount on this as well.
Yeah, like we saved 3 or 4 grand, so we paid what, like 73-ish?
70, yeah. So we saved 73,000. You know, it's a gray metallic, interior is jet black. It's kind of the typical setup that dealers
This is
buy.
the most popular spec.
Exactly, yeah.
This is not. I don't think this is the color that you and I would have chosen.
No.
But this is the color that dealer always buys.
Yeah, and we kind of cross shop this, if you remember that video, with the Super Duty
Right.
and the Power Stroke. And the reason we went with this was because it was cheaper. Honestly, it was.
Yeah, we saved money. Money. This is the real world.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And this is the Trail Boss version of it. So once again, you know, it's not the most. Is this the most off-roady HD? You can
No,
get- you
they
can
have
go-
a ZR2.
Yep.
Heavy duty, and then they have also the Bison and AEV packages.
Hmm.
So I mean, this is kind of also in the middle, where the Tremor was kind of in the middle, right, of their lineup. This is also kind of in the middle.
We're kind of in the middle people, huh?
Well, we are regular guys.
Yeah. So number three thing that I actually like this Android-based system. It's once you learn it, it's very easy to use. Apple CarPlay hooks up very quickly. It's just a very, you know, no fuss, no stress kind of system. It doesn't seem like it's designed to be confounding, which is great.
Exactly, and utility of this truck I love too. You know, we have over 3,000 pounds of payload. We have 18,500 pounds of towing. So the utility of this truck is really amazing.
And number four in my book is it's just a very comfortable truck for cross-country driving. Except
the headrest.
And number one that I hate is the seats again. The seats are same problem. Headrest is rock freaking hard. No thigh support to speed up. But as a truck to cross the country, there's so much room. That Duramax is so ultimately powerful. It just kind of puts along at highway speeds.
Yes.
And it doesn't get horrible fuel economy. So we did a fuel economy test. I don't want to break the...
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. So it does okay. And then number five, I do love the sound of a diesel, Andre. I'm a sucker for the sound of a diesel, and this has a really good
And actually,
engine
the
growl.
way it takes off. I mean, this truck weighs over 8,000 pounds.
Yes.
This is going to be a detriment to its off-roadability, but it takes off really. I mean, 975 pound-feet of torque.
Yeah, it's really good.
Versus 410 pound-feet in that Ford and about the 430. And you know what? That little guy has more torque than the V8.
I know, it's crazy.
I just realized that.
And this has less torque than the Super Duty. The Power Stroke is more torquey, but the new Cummins.
Still, we've drag raced these trucks many times.
And we know what that means.
It's pretty quick.
And then towing is incredible. What, 15,000?
Up to 18.5.
Yeah, which we've never done. That's a lot.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah,
That's right.
Mr. Truck and I, we took a gooseneck trailer all the way on the Denver 100, and you know we were riding on the bump stops, so that wasn't very comfortable. But the truck still performed.
All right, we'll hop out and we'll go do the.
I don't have 4 Auto in here, Roman.
I know, that's another problem.
We could have paid more money to get 4 Auto.
The Ford had it. Once again, you would have paid more.
Cole, you could show it right here, really quick. So here's my off-road switch. I do have 4 high, 4 low. So we'll be going to neutral and 4 low. But if you bought kind of an upper trim level of the Trail Boss,
you get the auto, yeah.
you get the auto all-wheel drive.
Which we didn't get. Now, the last thing I don't love about this truck is, and this has to do with every heavy truck, they're hard to off-road. They're wide, they're heavy, they're big.
I think you will see it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting.
It's
Let's try it.
If I was picking a truck to go off-roading in, I would pick a midsize.
You wouldn't pick this?
No, I wouldn't pick this.
Hey, we're in low.
Yeah.
Look how slowly we're moving.
It's got a good throttle response, I'll give you that.
Yeah, and it's got crawl ratio.
Yeah, let's see how that turning circle is.
I don't know if I can turn.
You might have to go into the trenches.
Let me go into the trench.
And this is why I don't like off-roading this, not because of the turn circle, because the suspension is set up for towing, and so it makes for a very rough ride.
I don't know, Roman, if I can do this. I'm trying. Where's my front camera? Can you select it for me, please?
It just selected it automatically.
Oh, thanks.
Look at that. I didn't do it.
It's because a proximity sensor went off.
Sorry, number one thing I don't like about it is off-roading. The last thing, I'm getting confused with my numbers.
I can't make it.
You can't make that turn.
So the wheelbase is 160 inches in this bad boy,
Yeah.
which is 15 inches more than the F-150. So it is a little bit longer. This truck is longer. Okay.
All right. Still owe you the number 5 thing I like about it.
What is it?
Well,
Oh, you want to wait?
I'll wait till.
Oh my God,
I'm
Roman!
gonna break my back getting up on this.
Oh,
my God.
jeez.
Look at the head bob. This is exactly number 1.
I think we need a camper behind us.
Yes, we do.
You know, we need to put some weight. We need to put some weight in this thing.
Okay, number 5. What I love about it,
Yeah.
it's the biggest toy, except for Gigi. Because we're gonna take that off the plate for right now. But
Yeah.
in the traditional truck world, this is the biggest Tonka toy in the sandbox, and there's something cool about having the biggest Tonka toy. You feel like like you're a real trucker, and you are with a CDL. I'm not. I pretend on YouTube, but you're a real trucker.
I do have a CDL, but I agree, Roman. I mean, this truck, like we said, it will tow 18,000 pounds. It will do a little bit of off-roading. It will take you on a road trip. It will take you to Costco. I mean, it will do all those things.
And I'll give you another one I like about it. The big exhaust pipe. It's just so cool.
But you know what? It hangs down there.
Well, we're gonna find out how much it hangs down.
Yeah,
in a
it
second.
hangs down.
Yeah.
Roman, I don't know if I can turn around here.
You might have to do like a 16-point turn. Just go up and then back down.
Up and down.
Yeah, I think that's what you're gonna have to do.
Well,
Don't go up logs. My back won't
No?
take logs, please. In this truck, it will not take logs.
okay, I'll do a 10-point turn. How about that?
Yeah, do that, please.
Okay. You know what some trucks do, like the Tremor Heavy Duty, Super Duty?
Yeah.
They drag a tire.
Yeah,
This doesn't do that?
Got the trail assist.
Yeah, trail assist. This doesn't do that. Where's my tank turn, Roman?
I always feel like both the tank turn and the trail assist turn are not great for the trails.
No, it
you
kind of
can't-
rips up the dirt.
Yeah, you're not leaving the trail in a better place for the person next to you or behind you or.
Well, I don't know if I'm doing this trail many
Well,
favors right now.
This is our trail, so I don't mind.
Yes.
We're gonna tear this up. We'll tear it up ourselves.
So
All
we'll
right.
see how this longer wheelbase performs. We might do a little scraping here.
Yeah, this might be the same as the F-150.
By the way, we do not have a button to lock our rear differential.
Yeah.
We have a G80.
And there it
Oh,
goes.
there it goes.
Speak of the devil, Andre.
Yeah.
And there it goes. You can
wow.
you can feel it engage.
Wow.
It just jerks.
It jerks forward.
It struggled, Andre.
It did struggle a bit.
And this is the same problem with electric trucks, right? Just like a sports car or a Formula One car, weight is detrimental to performance.
Yes.
And when you're dragging up 8,000 pounds, there's a lot of gravity pulling you back down the hill.
Yes.
That's what ends up happening.
I cannot make this turn. Let me back up. Oh, jeez. It's okay.
But this is the only truck that would pull Gigi up this this grade.
Yeah.
That's the only one that has the
Canyon
capability.
may not be able to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
No, this does have the heft. And Roman, I mean, also the testament is that we've owned this for a year already.
Yeah, well, we
Right?
keep our heavy duty trucks for a long time.
Yeah, we keep them for a long time. We're not, rotating them
No.
as quickly because they're very useful.
Yeah,
Very, very useful vehicles.
and that speaks to how useful they are, that we keep them
Yeah.
for such a long time.
Yeah.
Because look, we're towing at least twice a week, maybe 3 times a week, and it's always good to have a recovery truck in case,
Something happens,
Happens.
something bad happens.
or if we want to tow heavy. It's always better to have like the one size up truck when you're towing as opposed to towing maximum on any given category. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'd rather tow 10,000 with this than with the Ford, even though the Ford supposedly could do it.
Exactly, I agree.
Yeah.
Do you want to show that skid or the lack of?
I'll show the lack of the skid plate here.
Okay.
So let's look at the skid plate on this. Let's see what we got down here. And we have recovery hooks, and we have no skid plate, so just plastic. But we do have beefy recovery hooks. Let's see if we hit on the approach. All right, Andre, come on up.
All right, I'm selecting the same line as we did with the others.
No hitting. Nice.
Huh.
All right, Cole, come on this side. Let's see if we tag the exhaust. All right. I'm going to bet we're going to hit, maybe not. Oh, we're about to hit the hitch, Andre. There goes the hitch.
Huh.
And there goes the bumper.
Okay.
But luckily we chose the side where there was a little bit of a cutout in the dirt. So there you have it. So out of the 3 trucks, these last 2 are the ones that hit. Oh, look at that, all these ants here. Yeah, the exhaust pipe, if it had been on the other side, you would have crunched it.
Yeah.
But
thankfully it was on the passenger side, right?
Yep, exactly.
And you know what? When I was just pulling up, I don't know, you probably saw that there was a little slip because I am heavy. You know, there's the tires. The tires are good. I agree with you. The KO3s are really good tires.
But there's only so much they can do.
Yeah.
All right, so I got to give you the top 5 things I don't like. Number 1 is actually off-roading in this thing. Number 2, or maybe that's number 2. Number 1 were the seats and the headrest. Same problem as with the other. Number 3 on my list are.
Yeah.
I don't think this has any kind of special shocks, does it? Are
These
like
are Ranchos, yeah.
yeah.
But they're not. I mean,
they're
they're
just,
okay.
Yeah.
They're okay, but they're not
I mean, it's like
that great.
It's like the Pep Boys version of the basic shock. I think once upon a time when Kmart was still around, you could go get Ranchos.
Yeah, but you know what? They've been doing it for a long time, and I don't know about many shock failures. You know, they leak, they overheat, and they start leaking.
But like Bill Stein really upped the game, Fox really upped the game, King.
Yeah.
And these shocks are just red. That's the best I could say about them.
And you know, I would add to your list. I would say the Trail Boss package is mostly cosmetic.
Yeah.
Right, because the Z71 already gives you Ranger shocks, and the G80, and what you're getting with the Trail Boss is a painted bumper, painted tow hooks, and it's a little bit of cosmetics.
And that's my next problem. And you just nailed it. The tires are too small. It needs to have 35s.
Yeah, these are almost 34,
but they should be 30. It just looks
yeah.
under-tired, right? It looks like they're too small for the size of the truck. And this diesel can certainly roll a bigger tire.
Yeah, like a Super Duty Tremor has bigger tires.
Yeah. Is there a lift on this thing, or is it just a leveling kit?
Not a tremendous lift, no. I mean, a lot of the height comes from the tires. So if you wanted a lift, you would get a ZR2, right? That's where the lift comes from.
And
so
then,
yeah, I agree.
And then the final thing on my list would be, and this is once again just me, and we kind of talked about this. Don't love the color. Wish we had something that popped more. All right.
And also price. I mean, we did save a little bit of money on this, but we didn't get like the all-wheel drive feature. We didn't get, certain elements of this truck. So now the biggest, right?
Let's go do Gigi.
But not the most expensive, coincidentally.
No, in fact, the cheapest.
It's the cheapest.
We'll talk about that in a sec.
The biggest and the cheapest.
Andre, look what I did. I attached the winch to the little
one of the hooks?
One of the 4 recovery points. This has more recovery points than you probably need.
Than anything.
So you had this at Jay Couches, which is this
Yeah.
guy who has like 16 Unimogs,
Yes.
and he was making fun of our little winch.
Well, it does look kind of small in relation to this truck.
Yes,
It's also electric,
I'm not sure this winch is going to pull this truck out.
but it might pull something else that's stuck
It
out.
might pull something else that's stuck out. I don't think
Yeah.
it's going to pull this truck, actually. It would have to be a lot bigger than that. But it is nice to have.
So this actually started life as a 1992, so early 90s,
Yep.
M35 A3. So that's like the 3rd generation of the Deuce 2.5 ton military truck.
So 6x6.
6x6, but it's been chopped, and now it's a 4x4. It's a Bob Deuce, right? But the powertrain is still the Caterpillar engine, turbo diesel, and everything else is great.
Yeah, we bought this from Boyce, and they basically go through it. They put on their own wheels and axles.
46 inches.
46 inches. And
So we don't have any trouble with tires.
we already have our first bit of trail damage.
Ooh! No.
Yeah,
No,
look what we did, yeah.
And it's starting to rust already? What is that?
It's already
Or
starting to
maybe
rust.
that's brown paint?
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's brown paint, all right. Rust-colored brown paint. So we bought this, like I said, from Boyce. You go to their yard in Utah, you select the truck, and then, you know, like 9 to a year later, they basically go through it, and you've got something like this, which is, I think, the ultimate Tonka toy. This is the one.
And they, you know, they can put a selection of beds. This used to be a trailer, but now it's turned into a bed. It's a 9-foot bed.
Yeah, and then we had some cool additions. So we put on a rear locker,
Yeah.
ARB air locker. We also did, because it's got the pintle hitch. We also,
Oh, this is also bent.
you know, I was hammering on this. Did you notice?
Yeah, it's a little bit less bent.
Yeah, I
But
was,
why didn't you go all the way?
because I got tired of hammering on it. I hammered on it for like 30 minutes, and I got it this far.
Are you
I'm
serious?
serious. That took like 30 minutes. This is very strong metal. And then these come with a pintle for the military, which is right
Which is up
here,
here.
which is not going to be very useful. And so we put our way safe hitch, and then of course they put a traditional hitch on it so we can use it to tow, which we have. Yet
But it
to
does
do.
have air system.
Have we towed with it?
No. This has an air system, so you have glad hands like a semi-truck would have, because it uses air to help with braking, so braking assist, and also selection for the air locker, and also the air transfer case.
You want to show them the interior of this guy?
Yes.
Because basically all the military stuff is still there. So hop in and I'll give you the camera. I was going to do it. You can hop in.
Oh,
Yeah, I was going to help.
but Roman, before we hop in,
Yeah.
we need to select hubs.
Oh, that's right.
So this is
The old manual way.
This is the old way, which is the best way. So Boyce actually makes these hubs that you can control. Let me do the other one.
All right. And then, like I was saying, in here we have a full assortment of all the military switches. So that has not changed, which is, I think, one of the coolest parts of this truck. I'm not going to give you the top 5 things I like, because there's so much I like.
Because the look of this truck is amazing, right?
Yeah. I'm just waiting for a flood, Andre.
Yes. Where's that flood? So we got to talk about a few things. Roman, we have to discuss a few things here before we get going.
Okay.
Because the controls of this truck are pretty amazing. It's really like an... Oh, you know, I made some improvements, Roman.
Okay.
I bought this, which is USB.
Yeah, hopefully that didn't bust. Did that bust a TFL budget?
No, this was $10.
Okay, good.
So then we can use USB right here.
Okay.
And I put a phone holder here for navigation.
Here, I'll put it in here. So you made it much more user-friendly.
Yeah. But just really quickly, for off-roading, this is my four-wheel drive transfer case selection.
Uh-huh.
So for high and then for low. This is my four-wheel drive system. Right now it's in two-wheel drive. And then here's my locking differential. These are air switches right here.
And then here are all the different
Gauges.
gauges for everything from RPM to temperature to oil pressure.
And you know, this truck is the cheapest, like we said.
Yeah. We also had air conditioning put in, which is nice.
Yeah, it's up here. So the air conditioning system is on the ceiling.
Now, like I was saying,
Yes.
my favorite part of this truck by far
Yes.
is that I am waiting for the. I'll wait till we get down there because it's a little loud.
But this is the experience of this truck.
Yes.
Also, dude, I love this. You could open the glass. You could push out the front glass, and it would be really amazing. I'll do that later.
Well, you have to undo this.
I know.
You can just drive. So I was going to say, my favorite thing about this truck is I'm waiting for the phone call when there's a flood in Colorado, which we get
Yes.
in the spring maybe, and they're like, we need high clearance vehicles.
Yes.
And then we are
On the job.
On the job. We're going
On
to
the
come.
job.
We're going to come and we're going to go rescue animals and people
Exactly.
and stuff.
And we could tow trailers with this. Horse trailers, whatever you want.
Yeah. It's a really fun truck. Now, there's a lot of things it isn't. Comfortable isn't one of them,
No, and also quiet isn't the other thing about it.
and fast isn't one of them.
No.
And you've got the comfy seat. You've got the seat.
Yeah, my seat has a spring in it.
Yeah.
So once again, you know, your seat is manual, my seat is nice and amazing.
Now, when this was originally commissioned, it would have had a canvas top,
Yes,
and Boyce replaces it with a
kind of a fiberglass
top.
yeah, which is actually really nice.
Yeah, which is really nice. I think the mistake we made is that we put the exhaust right here.
Well, that's not us. That's the manufacturer.
I know, but we can ask Boyce to route it down below the truck. Because I'm hearing a lot of exhaust note. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it gets very loud.
Bouncy, 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 bouncy.
Yes. Well, you're in the Army now, Andre.
Let's go!
You son of a... You'll never get rich. You son of a... You're in the Army now. We also have the automatic.
Yeah, 4-speed Allison.
Yeah. And then in terms of horsepower, not that much, actually.
This is the lowest horsepower truck
that we own.
like 170-ish, 180.
Yeah. All right, well, hey, Cole, you want to hand me a camera? And I'll hand it to you once you get out. All right, thanks. Oh, he's got it.
So I need to select four-wheel drive.
Yep.
So I'm selecting four-wheel drive. Then I'm gonna go also low. Let me go into neutral. Now you have to pull levers, my friend.
Did you actually select anything? There he goes.
There.
Yeah, now we're there.
And locker, I'm not gonna use a locker.
No,
We're just gonna crawl.
Yeah.
This truck weighs about, 10 or 11,000 pounds. So he has a lot of weight, a lot of traction.
How much payload?
Unlimited.
Okay. More than we'd ever need.
Well, deuce and a half means 5,000 pounds
Yeah.
of when there is no road. You know, you're basically driving over ditches, and so on a flat road, the payload could be much higher, right? Because you're not twisting and turning. So that's, sorry, Cole.
Let Cole get off the truck first. All right, let's go do this.
Okay.
Now, talk about making that turn. This will be interesting.
This will be very interesting.
I'm going to try not to hit my head on the air conditioner.
You know, this wheelbase is just like the F-150, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like basically like a dually.
Yeah, it's wider than an F-150, but the length of it is similar.
Yeah, and with the mirrors out, it's like two F-150s next to each other with the mirrors out.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if I can make this.
Oh, give it a shot. Go up the other side. It's farting.
Power steering.
Yeah, we got power steering, which is
Power
probably a
steering
good
is
idea.
farting.
We're not going to make it without tearing off our little course marker.
Okay.
Just go the other side.
Okay.
We're not going to make this first side.
This is not the most maneuverable vehicle, probably,
No.
but maybe the most capable.
Yeah. I don't think maneuverability was probably not one of the high points when the Army was speccing this.
Yes. It's durability, right? And
Yeah.
just kind of hauling lots of loads.
And capability. Now we have...
Am I hitting over there?
Yeah, turn left. Hard left. There you go. Now we have air down. And because the ride is so rough, we decided to stay air down forever.
So we're at about 35-ish PSI.
You can't really tell.
Yeah.
What were we at originally, like 60?
It was like 65, yeah. Roman, should we go like back in the forest and just drive over trees?
We could. That's the great thing about this truck. You feel like there's nothing that's going to stop you whatsoever. I mean, these trenches are more like
Baby steps.
mosquito bites for this truck.
Should I do leveling first and then come back down?
No, just do it the same way. Might as well. So it's not going to struggle on leveling either.
It won't struggle anywhere.
No, I mean the approach is unlimited. The departure is.
But we high centered it at the TFL mud hole.
Yeah, we almost
right?
took out the gas tank.
Yes.
You guys hit hard on that. We did.
I wasn't driving.
Tommy hit hard. We did find the.
I want to make that clear.
We did find kind of the limiter of this truck.
Now, if we make this stuck, we need the Duramax, right?
Yes.
Oh boy!
I think I have to go one more time.
Hi, Cole. Cole is laughing at
This
me.
is exciting video. Us backing up, 15-point turns.
Oh, I have an idea.
What?
What if Cole lays down on the ground and I drive over him?
You want to suggest it to him?
Yes.
I'm not suggesting it to him.
He didn't hear me.
Okay, good. All right, here we go.
All right, so I don't think we shouldn't have any problems.
I don't think there'll be any problem. Well, I can see the articulation. It's really good.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, solid axle is really working.
Yeah, this is the only truck with 2 solid axles that we have.
Yeah. Well, that traction control worked like a dream.
What traction control?
It's called 46s.
Yes.
And
They're controlling the earth.
Yeah, and solid axles. Do you want to take it up lava lane?
Yeah.
All right.
How's your back, by the way, Roman?
That's good. You're taking it easy.
Wow, I made that wide turn. Look at this. I think we flattened this trail, this park.
Yeah, we're doing a little bit of trail maintenance with the weight of this.
We completely flattened it.
I'm not going to get out. I don't think I need to get out.
There are no skid plates, really, because it doesn't need
But
any.
the whole truck's a skid plate. Come on. What's skid plate? It's all axles and frame. It's all
And
it is.
our exhaust pipe is 9 feet in the air, so we're not going to bend it.
No.
Hey, Cole, do you want to lay down on the ground to show the clearance? Cole said no.
That's a no, Andre.
No. Okay, that's an idea, right? How's my approach? He's got 10 feet of approach.
That's what I figured.
Well, how about my hitch? I have a hitch back
I
there.
know, that's fine. I love the sound, Andre.
Oh, yeah.
There's just something so cool about that.
It's manly.
Yeah. Well, I would suggest we close up the video up here.
Yeah, because this is loud.
Yeah. And the rest of the team is filming by the barn.
Okay, we haven't talked about pricing yet, right? We need to wrap up. And also we need to choose our favorite truck.
I agree. Let's park it up and let's choose.
We're gonna park it up here.
Park it in front of the sign. Because we have to give our friends at Onyx Off-Road a shout out.
Yeah, because like you went to Kingston Peak, right? And it's so much easier with Onyx Off-Road, right?
Well, yes. At first I thought I knew the way and I got hopelessly lost.
Really?
And then because of Onyx Off-Road, I remembered I had it on my phone.
Yes.
And then we found the way. But before then I was struggling. I was driving around all these neighborhoods trying to find the trail. And they make these videos possible, you know. YouTube revenue keeps going down, and it's the sponsors that make it possible. So we love them. Actually,
We love our partners.
I just hit my head on the
Oh, you
air
did?
conditioner. Yeah, there is some issues here, Andre.
There's some usability concerns?
There is some small but nevertheless important issues. All right, so you want to talk about price?
Yeah. So pricing varies, right? Because it depends on what you want, right? So these started around like 38-ish, 37, 38,000. But we did a lot, right? We chose many options. So, you know, the paint was retouched, resprayed, the bumper, the winch, the rear locking differential, the top, the hood was redone, the air conditioner. So it's about 50 grand. Which is still less than the Canyon.
Yeah, but we didn't pay 50 grand.
No, boys gave us a deal because we were working together.
Because we're TFL, yeah.
Yes.
There you go. See, that's the upside of being TFL. All right, which would you choose? I know which one I would choose. I'm going to put this guy right out because I couldn't live with this. This is a toy on the weekend.
This is a toy for the weekend to show your friends and maybe help a neighbor, right? Yeah. I think I would choose F-150 every day, all day long because it does what I want. It tows just enough. It's comfortable. And it's efficient, actually also fairly efficient.
I would choose it except for one critical thing.
What?
It doesn't fit in my garage. So I would choose the Canyon because that does fit in my garage, and I hate parking my truck outside because I feel like someone's going to come and do something naughty to it at night.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
I sleep better if it's parked in the garage, and the Canyon fits in the garage. So this is a very practical thing, but that's sometimes how you decide.
Exactly. Yeah. But I think the Goldilocks for me would be the F-150 because it's just for my use cases, what I do, it's the best.
Well, guys, thank you for joining us. As always, want to thank our patrons.
Yes.
And head on over to alltfl.com for what, Andre?
news, views, and real-world reviews.
And if you're listening to this and you want to watch it, head on over to TFL Talk. That's our YouTube channel,
Yes.
where we publish our videos. And if you are listening to it, thank you very much. We're really grateful for all of you. And we'll see you next time. Ciao.
Thank you.